Ladies, if you've been doing everything right, watching what you eat, staying active, and still watching the scale creep up, this video is for you. As a doctor who's worked with women over 60 for decades, I'm here to tell you, it's not your age that's causing the weight gain. It's the silent daily mistakes you're making, often without even realizing it. So stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what's sabotaging your progress and how to stop it starting tomorrow morning. Before we dive in, tap that like button to support smarter health advice for senior women. And comment below, have you gained weight in the last year without changing your diet? You're not alone. Now, let's uncover the truth. 1. Skipping breakfast or only having coffee. Too many women over 65 are still falling for the myth that skipping breakfast helps with weight loss. Let me tell you, this habit is quietly sabotaging your body's metabolism every single morning. When you skip breakfast, your blood sugar drops, cortisol rises, and your body enters a sort of survival mode. That means your metabolism slows down to conserve energy. On top of that, you'll likely experience intense cravings later in the day, usually for sugar and carbs. Why? Because your body is trying to catch up on the energy it never got. And let's talk about those who just sip coffee until noon. While coffee may dull your appetite for a short time, it can actually trigger cortisol spikes and increase belly fat when consumed on an empty stomach. A balanced breakfast with protein, healthy fat, and a little fiber, like scrambled eggs with avocado on whole grain toast, can jumpstart your metabolism and keep you full and energized all morning. 2. Not eating enough protein. One of the most common mistakes I see in older women is cutting back on protein, usually unintentionally. Whether it's due to reduced appetite, dental issues, or old diet advice that scared people away from meat and eggs, the result is the same: a steady loss of muscle mass. And muscle mass is critical, not just for strength and balance, but for fat burning. Every pound of muscle burns significantly more calories than fat, even while you rest. That means if you're not getting enough protein to maintain muscle, your body naturally burns fewer calories, even if your habits haven't changed. Women over 60 should aim for at least 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal. Think grilled chicken, lentils, cottage cheese, or even a quality protein shake. Your metabolism will thank you, and your strength will improve as well. 3. Drinking healthy fruit juices. I see it all the time. Women trying to make healthier choices and reaching for that natural juice or smoothie from the store fridge. It's fruit, right? It must be good for you. The truth is, those drinks are often packed with sugar, sometimes even more than soda. And because the fiber is stripped away, the sugar hits your bloodstream like a freight train. That spike in insulin signals your body to store fat, especially around the belly. Worse still, because it's liquid, your brain doesn't register it as food. You don't feel full, so you eat just as much, if not more, afterward. This is how you can gain weight, even when you think you're eating clean. Whole fruits, in their natural form, are far better. They provide fiber, water, and a slow release of energy. If you're thirsty, drink water. And if you want a fruit fix, reach for an apple instead of apple juice. 4. Sitting for long periods without movement. Let's get one thing straight. Even if you exercise in the morning, sitting for long stretches afterward can undo much of that progress. It's called active sedentary. And yes, it's a thing. When you sit for hours at a time, especially without engaging your lower body muscles, your metabolism slows, circulation drops, and insulin sensitivity weakens. All of this contributes to weight gain over time, especially in the belly and hips. What many don't realize is that your muscles are like metabolic engines. Even the small act of standing up, stretching, or walking to the kitchen can reignite those engines. Set a timer if you have to. Every 30 to 60 minutes, stand up and move. March in place, do shoulder rolls, or take a short walk. Your body thrives on movement, and you don't need a gym to give it what it needs. 5. Overeating low-fat or diet foods. Back in the 80s and 90s, we were bombarded with the idea that fat makes you fat. Unfortunately, that led to a generation of women reaching for low-fat yogurts, sugar-free puddings, and diet frozen meals that do far more harm than good. Here's the truth. Many of these foods are loaded with sugar, starch, artificial sweeteners, and preservatives to make them taste good without the fat. These ingredients spike your blood sugar, trigger cravings, and actually encourage fat storage. Your body needs healthy fats to thrive. They help regulate hormones, improve brain function, and keep you full longer. Think nuts, seeds, olive oil, salmon, and avocado. Instead of low-fat, look for whole, minimally processed foods. Your metabolism will function better, and you'll naturally eat less without even trying. 6. Not drinking enough water. This one's easy to overlook, but has a major impact on weight and overall health. As we age, our sense of thirst becomes less reliable. That means many senior women walk around mildly dehydrated without even knowing it. Even mild dehydration can cause fatigue, slow metabolism, and make you feel hungrier than you actually are. I've had patients who constantly snacked, thinking they were hungry, when in reality, their body was simply crying out for water. Staying hydrated supports digestion, helps flush toxins, and improves your body's ability to burn fat. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses per day, and more if you're active or live in a warm climate. Keep a glass by your bedside, one on the kitchen counter, and a refillable bottle with you throughout the day. It's a simple habit with powerful results. 7. Eating too late at night. One of the most common patterns I see with senior women is a light breakfast, a modest lunch, and then a very heavy dinner, sometimes eaten late, right before bed. It may feel convenient or comforting, especially after a busy or emotionally taxing day, but eating large meals at night is one of the quickest ways to store fat, particularly around the midsection. As we get older, our digestive systems naturally slow down. Our ability to process heavy foods efficiently diminishes in the evening. Not only that, but late eating interferes with our sleep hormones like melatonin and spikes insulin at a time when it should be winding down. This creates a perfect storm for fat storage, poor sleep, and waking up feeling groggy and bloated. Instead, aim to shift your biggest meal earlier in the day. Lunchtime is ideal. If dinner is necessary later on, make it light. A bowl of soup, a salad with some protein, or steamed veggies. Your body needs time to digest before resting. Giving it that time can lead to more energy, better sleep, and weight loss over time, without changing what you eat, just when. 8. Avoiding strength training. Let's have an honest moment here. Many senior women avoid lifting weights because they think it's for young people or bodybuilders. I hear it all the time. I don't want to bulk up, or I don't want to hurt myself. But let me tell you this, not doing strength training is far more dangerous than doing it. After 60, women can lose up to 3% of muscle mass every year if they don't actively maintain it. That loss doesn't just affect how you look. It slows your metabolism, reduces balance, increases joint pain, and speeds up fat accumulation. You may weigh the same but feel flabbier, weaker, and less energetic. That's not just aging. That's muscle loss. Strength training doesn't have to be extreme. You can start with light dumbbells, resistance bands, or even bodyweight exercises like wall push-ups or sit-to-stands. Just 2 to 3 sessions per week can maintain your muscle, improve bone density, and rev up your metabolism. Remember, strong is not about being bulky. It's about being independent, pain-free, and confident in your own skin. 9. Letting stress build up without outlet. You might not even realize how much stress you're carrying until your body starts showing you. Maybe it's a tight chest, trouble sleeping, irritability, or yes, unexpected weight gain. Chronic stress raises cortisol levels, a hormone that, when elevated over long periods, tells your body to store fat, especially around the abdomen. This was a survival mechanism when we were hunter-gatherers. But now, with constant low-level stress from financial worries, loneliness, health scares, or even caregiving duties, cortisol never turns off. And here's the catch. Many women try to push through stress instead of releasing it. They smile through the pain, saying, "I'm fine," while their bodies struggle under the surface. You don't need an expensive therapist to manage stress, though therapy can be wonderful. You need an outlet. That could mean a morning walk in nature, breathing exercises, journaling, prayer, or even just calling a friend to laugh or vent. Stress is not weakness. It's a signal. And managing it may be the missing link to your weight and health puzzle. 10. Sleeping less than 7 hours. Sleep is one of the most underrated factors in weight gain, especially for women over 70. And yet, it's also one of the first things sacrificed when life gets busy, emotional, or uncomfortable. But poor sleep is more than just tiring. It throws off every hormone involved in appetite regulation: ghrelin, leptin, insulin, cortisol. When you don't sleep well, your body thinks it's in trouble. The result: you crave sugar and starch, feel hungrier all day, and store more fat even if you eat the same amount as usual. A lack of sleep also reduces your energy to move, think clearly, or prepare healthy meals, leading to more processed food, less exercise, and a downward spiral. If you're having trouble sleeping, pay attention to caffeine intake, screen time in the evening, and bedroom temperature. Even something as simple as a warm bath before bed or switching to dim lighting after dinner can help. Treat your sleep like medicine, because it is. 11. Eating while distracted. You've probably done this. You sit down in front of the TV with a snack or your dinner, and before you know it, your plate is empty and you barely remember tasting a single bite. It feels harmless, but this is one of the most overlooked habits contributing to weight gain in older women. When you eat while distracted, whether watching TV, scrolling your phone, or even reading, you bypass your brain's fullness signals. Studies show people eat up to 30% more when distracted, and they're more likely to snack again sooner. Mindless eating doesn't just lead to extra calories. It disconnects you from the joy of food and the feeling of being satisfied. The result: you keep eating, searching for that fullness that never really arrives. Try this. For just one meal a day, sit without distractions. Look at your food. Taste each bite. Chew slowly. Not only will you eat less, but you'll feel more content and connected to your body, and your body will respond with better digestion and more control over your hunger hormones. 12. Ignoring changes in medications or hormones. I want to say this loud and clear. If you've gained weight recently and haven't changed your lifestyle, look at your medications. This is one of the biggest culprits I see in my older female patients. Blood pressure meds, antidepressants, diabetes medications, even sleep aids. They can all alter your metabolism, increase water retention, or trigger appetite changes. And too often, these side effects go ignored for years, with women blaming themselves for something that's out of their control. Also, just because you're postmenopausal doesn't mean hormones aren't still shifting. Thyroid changes, insulin resistance, and estrogen imbalances can all play roles in fat gain, particularly around the belly, hips, and thighs. If your body has changed without explanation, it's time for a medication and hormone review. Speak to a trusted doctor who will actually listen, not dismiss your concerns with, "It's just age." Because weight gain is often a symptom, not the problem itself.